Hi everybody, my name is Alexandra and this presentation will discuss the target audience and social media presence of the Sydney Writers' Festival. The Sydney Writers' Festival is the biggest literary festival in Australia with an overarching goal to connect readers and writers to develop a community, and they aim to give voice to writers from a range of disciplines and backgrounds. I chose this events-based brand as a focal point for this critique because social media is changing how global communities interact with literature. Sydney Writers Fest notes in their strategy that they have a responsibility to community connection and engagement, as well as audience development, and now this engagement happens largely on social media. Part of their strategic plan is to strengthen their collaboration with publishers and cultural organisations, and to modernise the festival brand and visual identity. This can be achieved through the attention provided to their audience segments across Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. 2026 saw the biggest attendance of the festival on record, with major Australian authors like Melissa Lukashenko and Trent Dalton encouraging participants. But a highlight of their platform engagement came from their collaboration with Rebecca Kwan. The general demographics across Instagram and TikTok in particular present a younger majority of 25 to 34 and young women aged 18 to 24. The festival's deliberate use of TikTok and Instagram already represent their goals to obtain a younger viewership of millennials and Generation Z, as it is these demographics who are largely influenced by online literary material. Additional psychographic information is applicable here as well, based on an analysis conducted of behavioural insights of Australian readers. Readers can be broken into segments based on their reading content and consistency. The content relating to attendees of the festival are designed to be informative and entertaining, with a clear goal to inspire new people to attend. The collaboration with Kwang in particular, as a new author with a large social media presence, encourages avid, engaged, and aspiring readers. Additionally, there is a target for younger readers as well. This year marked a very high attendance of students and young people, which can be linked to the collaboration with authors like Kwang and their growing popularity on BookTok and Bookstagram. This can be reinforced through the social network theory and the use of celebrity influencers. Using Kwang as an example, her book Babel was originally published in 2022, but quickly fell under the BookTok effect, with its own hashtag of over 40 million views. BookTok has now become an important force in the literary field, with the hashtag being viewed more than 200 billion times. Both videos on the festival's TikTok relating to Kwang are actually the most viewed videos, which can be attributed to Kwang's engagement within the BookTok community, where the bulk of her following has come from. In line with social media use and reader demographics, the BookTok community consists largely of Gen Z and millennial women. This marks a new territory and market opportunity, as they can target pre-existing groups of readers who have a strong ability to invite aspirational and newer voices for the community, which aligns with the festival's strategic goals. Bookstagram provides a similar commercial area for avid, engaged, and aspirational readers, expanding the relationship that exists between literature and online behaviors. Social network theory provides an example of how videos and reels are transferred out of the creator node into followers and through to weaker ties to reach audiences through both word of mouth and sharing, as well as the algorithm. We can then combine this theory with the concept of influencer marketing, as consumers are more likely to use social proof through online reactions of influencers as a form of engaging with events. Therefore, it is important to identify who the influential node is within the network. Applying these theories to the festival's choice of Rebecca Kwan as the influential node in her network. As Rebecca Kwan gained massive traction on BookTok and Bookstagram, she has become an influential author with lots of online appeal, particularly with the younger female audience. As Sydney Writers Fest begins as the central node, the original creator, they then use Rebecca Kwan as a node that engages another following. While some followers of the Sydney Writers Fest already follow both accounts, it opens an opportunity for sharing outside of the main pipeline of literary discussion relating to the festival and Rebecca Kwan. Despite the viewership across TikTok and Instagram, the Sydney Writers Fest page on Facebook actually has the most amount of followers. This is ascribed to the less algorithmic style of content that is available on Facebook. Similar posts come across all three platforms from Sydney Writers Fest, but the collaboration with Kwan had significantly less traction on Facebook, but the most amount on Instagram, highlighting a clear difference in taste and preference of readers across the platforms. This is also exemplified by engagement with posts about author Alice Oseman of Heartstopper, a young adult coming-of-age series. Reels on TikTok and Instagram had 14 to 26,000 views across both platforms, engaging those young readers in line with the festival's target market. Alternatively, Facebook pertains to an older demographic of 42 to 61. On Facebook, Sydney Writers Fest only posted an image advertisement with the caption. Here, they have made a clear strategic decision not to post the relative videos about the author's attendance in Sydney, highlighting a successfully taken opportunity for repurposing while still advertising the attending author. Something done well by Sydney Writers Fest is their organic marketing. The reels that achieved the highest engagement on Instagram and Facebook were taken directly from within the festival and showed attendees sharing recommendations of their own accord. As the engagement with these was so high, it exemplifies the importance of social proof, displaying people enjoying their time at the event whilst being both informative and entertaining. Alternatively, TikTok was less affected by this content, showing a key demographic and psychographic difference and highlighting how younger audiences prefer trends as engaging forms of content. As such, a major recommendation leading from this is the opportunity to have more user-generated content. As their engagement is boosted on videos with public recommendations, there is a clear market for more organic engagement. Additionally, with the success of Rebecca Kwan's collaboration, mainly on Instagram and TikTok, social listening within the BookTok and Bookstagram communities will guide Sydney Writers Fest in the right direction to continue increasing follower counts on these platforms and will continue to reach outer nodes within their social network.